Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Train Man, and welcome back to the weekly timetable for the week of September. I was gonna guess 15th, but I had to check. 2013. You may notice something a little different, and yeah, it's my hair. If you don't care, fine with that also. I don't know. I like it, and I needed it. You noticed I had like I was getting to the point, the dude from Ancient Aliens, the Aliens dude. I was gonna have his hair before long. I like what it ended up as. What does Marco think? He's tired. But in other news, this week we had the first episode of a new series, but I'll get to that when we get to Wednesday, because on Monday we had in front of minds episode 10, Going Nowhere Fast, where we explore just another tiny bit of the Lush Ruins, which are enormous. They are probably the biggest area Vex has ever made. The biggest single area, not counting, like, Lethamyr, which was... What was that? That was a whole map. So, it's not divided up into areas, that's a whole map. Aside from whole maps, areas and branching maps, Lush Ruins is probably the largest one he's ever built, which is crazy. Crazy impressive. Speaking of impressive, tell you about the video of the week later. On Tuesday, we had Trainman plays Chris Soares Locomotion, episode 94, Long Empty Trains, where, on the good side of things, we finally get our steel production going. And it's good. On the other hand, the steel production is not so great because of the way things are set up. I need to wait until the industries kick it into gear, and I'm going to be building a lot more infrastructure on Tuesday around that area, and I'm probably going to work with my wood also. On Wednesday, the brand new series comes out, which I don't even have a thumbnail for yet. I created the intro this morning, and I have not yet... It's in the schedule side at the end of the week, because this is the first week that we have it. We have not yet... I have not yet integrated it into the channel trailer, or the channel heading bar thingy, or made it its own thumbnail. I'm working on all of those. The thumbnail actually should be pretty easy. I think I know what I'm going to do. It's probably going to be the simplest one of the bunch. This is an episode I enjoyed. Trains in Space, Kerbal Space Program, episode 13, Rovers Make Good Cushions. And if the title isn't a spoiler enough, we hit the ground a little hard. Later, I determined that the reason that we ran out of fuel... Yeah, of course it was because I dropped the tanks. But the reason that we ran out of fuel and that I had more fuel the first time is that the Rover V3 is a lot heavier than the old one, because it has all that, like, armor plating on it to keep it from destroying itself when it backflips across the moon. On that note, I was playing around a lot on my single player. About half a dozen screenshots went up on Steam from this session, but I ended up bringing the rover on my single player all the way to the moon base. Finally, it took me like 2 weeks, because I would drive it 20 feet and it would flip over and blow up the reactors, and I'd have to revert to quick save and try it all over again, and I would eventually just give up. But go watch that if you want to laugh about a dude hitting the ground. It's actually, the outcome isn't what you think. And then, on Friday, we probably get the shortest TRS video in existence that I've done. The Zombie Train episode 37, a tease, where basically the point of the video was to show you guys that I got 3254 for the upcoming Zombie Train video when we hit 500 subs, which we're at 450 now, and I just finished up, there's a computer here, I know you can't see it, but I just finished up, a little intermediary piece. It's a story. I'm probably not going to say it out. I might put it up for download somewhere, but I need to go over it a lot more. I'm probably going to email it to like my English teacher and my creative writing teacher, have them edit it and see what they think about it, because there's a lot of sections where I was writing at 1 in the morning just because I was awake at 1 in the morning. I was bored. And I go back and read it, and it's a little sketchy. I'm not sure what to do because I'm not a professional. Also, relating to that, I was told to go get the Skarloey's trucks on the Sodor Island 3D webpage because they were supposedly 2-foot gauge. They're actually 2.5. And I've said I don't mind running things that are smaller because I run the 30-inch coaches for my 3-foot gauge because I can't find any good 3-foot coaches. But I'm not going to run something that size on a 2-foot gauge. It just looks really weird. So I'm just going to have to keep looking, and I will eventually get around to contacting the dude who made the SR and RL stuff, mostly because I need it. And secondly, it's not a priority, because as much as I really like the 2-foot gauge, it's not a huge deal, because in the grand scheme of that world, the 2-foot gauge has been pushed aside for all we know. Not for all we know, just as far as anyone cares, it's been pushed aside. Video of the week time. Unfortunately, well, I started making a playlist, which is public. I think it is. It ought to be. Of videos which are candidates for video of the week. This week, I only got 3 because I didn't go about much browsing on YouTube, unfortunately. Got 3 videos. Had to check something for a second. So that means we're going to have... That means 2/3 of the videos would be included if I did a runner-up, but I'm not going to. And I'm not going to do runner-ups anymore unless it's a really close race, because you can always just see stuff in this. And if you ever want to see what could be, just go ahead and look on the playlist. And I don't know, if you could put comments on playlists, that'd be great. But drop me a comment somewhere. Let me know which one you'd like. Maybe we could turn this into a voting thing where I just throw up the candidates. Although I throw up the candidates up to like an hour before, so you wouldn't even know. With that in mind, the video of the week is entitled Very, Very, Very Fast CP Stack Auto with 2 Olympic Units. Still not sure what Olympic units are, but it is impressive how fast this train is going. Just gonna throw it out there, go watch the video, have some fun. I am going to enjoy my haircut and go to sleep because it's late as heck. I almost forgot about the video because today was so ridiculous with what happened. Don't need to really get into that. Just kept me distracted. That in mind, video's probably going to be going up late. It's going to force me to stay up late. Grumble, grumble. Oh, what do I care? More time to write. And then you guys should be seeing something about something regarding the intermediary thing between the end of days and whatever the second part of the zombie train is going to be called. Just to give you guys a taste of what we're going to get into here. And to kind of be a prelude as to what we're doing, because the zombie train was the original story, the end of days, was originally very open-ended, and I could do basically anything with it. This kind of gives it more of a definite direction. Also to say that the second story will be based more heavily on Max Brooks' book, World War Z, not to be confused with the movie of the same title that has virtually nothing to do with it. And I will be taking references from the Zombie Survival Guide, so I know what I'm talking about with the zombies. Writing on that should start as soon as I know what I'm doing. I'm not sure if I want to use one of the maps built in or if I want to purchase a very nice, artfully crafted map in the meantime, I guess, for it, because it might be more helpful. It's a much larger map. I can do a lot more with it. I might just see, because I have to write in the confines of the map now, because I'm going to be acting this stuff out, I might have to see what I do, or what kind of room I have, what kind of scenario I have to build in, and then I might buy the bigger map if I want to. But we'll see. That'll be coming out in the coming whenever, the next 50 subscribers, and then when we hit that, I will... I wouldn't expect it. Look, 500 subscribers. This week you're going to get new zombie train. It's going to be like 500 subscribers, now it's full-on front burner. This is what I'm working on. Until then, it's just going to be on the back burner, because it's like, I don't have a definite date of when I'm going to hit 500 subs. It's something that I'm very much expecting, but not rushing towards. The more time I have on this story, the better it's going to be. And with that, I will see you guys next week. Say goodnight, Margo. He says goodnight. Trayman out.